When kids are reading, sometimes it's really easy to ask them questions about what's in the book. And what we need to remember is that if we want to create powerful, lifelong, committed, compassionate readers, we also need to ask them to read from the heart.
And we have to ask them to take to heart what they've read. Reading ought to change us. Let me rephrase that. Reading ought to enable us to change ourselves. The power, the agency ought to reside in the reader, not in the book. I don't want to submit to the book. Rather, I want the book to provide me with information, insights, logic, evidence, whatever it has to offer. And I want to take the responsibility for changing myself. But if I just read and dismiss, then serious, important, potentially life-altering texts can become no more significant than the back of the cereal box. So we want kids to notice what's in the book. We want them to pay attention to what's in themselves that shapes their reading. And we want them to lay the book down, stare off into space, and think, what matters? What's the significance of what I have just done?
Put into slightly more concrete terms, in a second grade class that had just finished reading on Market Street, one little boy said, well, from the book, I learned that CJ figured out that beauty was everywhere. He said, but when I think about in my own heart what I learned, I realized that I don't see beauty everywhere. And that if I would stop and do that, then I feel different. I feel better. And when he did that, when he shifted that look from simply what was happening in the text to how that text changed or helped him change who he was and how he saw himself in the world, then that kid was moving closer to realizing that when we take things to heart, reading can actually change us.